Hey everyone, Captain Amazing here, and today we're going to do an account overview for March 2024. I thought it was a pretty slow month. Looking at what happened, I did do a pretty good amount of progress. I will say one of the biggest things we did was this month was I moved over and we created a joint Discord for Egnard's server and myself, and we have some other content creators. So if you want to check that out, the link is going to be in my description. You can get account reviews or roster reviews or Grand Arena reviews from myself or Egnard's in there. So go ahead if you want, click on that and see what's in there. Otherwise, if you like this content, like and subscribe, and let's jump into this account overview. So over last month, we did add some not really notable things, but we just kind of like increased the overall relics in my account. So I do have 8.1 million GP now. Last month I had 7.9. So I did cross that 8 million threshold. I thought that was a pretty notable account, or a pretty notable like milestone in an account. I don't know why, but I've always felt like 8 million GP was something notable to me, and I was pretty happy to cross that. I'm still in Kyber 3. I went 4 and 5. My first two matches I did pretty well. I was 2 and 1. The third time, or the third round, I went 0 and 3, and it was in Kyber 2. All the accounts were absolutely massive. I just made some mistakes. I could have won all three of those, but very tiny mistakes cost me in every single one of those matches. So it's a very unforgiving place there. I think as I improve just how I'm playing and I get more things in my account, I think I'll be able to hang in Kyber 2. But right now, I think I have a difference of like 5 skill rating from where I started last month, which isn't bad. I didn't add any big farms into my account. I just kind of like increased the overall relics of everything. So, I'm pretty happy with what happened. It was a learning experience, but overall, I'm not too upset about it. I thought I played well. It's just mean really like one or two mistakes cost me the rounds, and that's just how it goes sometimes. So as far as what I have in my account, the biggest thing that I changed so far with my farming was I finished my JML. So before last month, I had him at only Relic 6. I didn't have all his Zetas, so I applied the 2 Zetas I was missing, and then I got him to Relic 9. So if you see here, Relic 9. So I'm pretty happy with my JML. He's been reliably taking out Lord Vaders. He's been taking out JMKs. Relic 9 really is a great investment on this character. Overall, if you see, I have 150k protection. I could bump that up, but I'm pretty happy with where he is. He has decent speed over here, decent potency with a health set. The biggest reason why I don't have a potency set here is I just don't have a good square and diamond that have over 10% protection, and it's pretty much this square right here. Like, I have a potency primary arrow that I would like to put him on there on JML, because right now I have a speed arrow with decent protection on there, but I just can't, and it has potency, health, and protection. So this is a good arrow. I would like a protection primary on him to bump up his protection to probably like in the 160s, but right now it is what it is. He's performing extremely well, and if you get him over 150k, then he hits for 90k each hit with his ability. So I'm really happy with that JML progress, and it's been going well. A good investment. It was a really quick farm after Jabba, but good overall. What I did do relic wise was I relicked Jedi Knight Anakin, I relicked Barriss, and I relicked General Grievous. I had already had the Zetas on Grievous and Anakin. I placed a Zeta on Barriss, and I think overall I placed 2, 4, 5 Zetas this month, and I felt, and this is why I like these account overviews, because initially I felt like, what did I do in my account this month? I was like, I don't even know if I want to make this video because I was like, I didn't do anything. But I gained over 200 GP. I placed 5 Zetas. I fixed some ships. I got 5 relics, and I put a bunch of relic levels on. So overall, I did have progress, and I think it's important to track this stuff to see like, hey, there's some good progress being made. I also placed the Zeta and the Omicron on Qui-Gon Jinn. Taking relics to taking Anakin to relics made it so that I really should get Qui-Gon up and running. So before, Qui-Gon was like gear 8 or something, so it's easy, took him up to gear 12 through a Zeta on him and his Omicron. So overall, I took Anakin and General Grievous up just for fleets. I needed more. In Kyber, I was struggling with fleets, even like with normal off-meta counters like Malevolence versus Negotiator or Negotiator versus Malevolence. With everyone being gear 12, it was really unreliable. So I felt like I should take them at least to relics. Getting General Grievous to Relic 3 was good. I was able to red box that Galactic Challenge with gear 12 Separatist in a Relic 3 Grievous, which was really good. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the progress of what these relics have done. And then getting Barriss with the Ray team with Ben, Shorty, L3, Ray has been really great. That makes that team so survivable. Whenever Ray is being crit, she heals 20% of her health. So you have to kill Barriss before you can pretty much deal with Ray, because you can't keep her under half health and then kill Ben if you don't kill Barriss, because every time you crit her, she's gaining all that health back. So things for like even Conquest, like having Ray in Conquest with the Barriss, Ben, L3, and then I don't have to have Shorty, but whatever, anything else in there is fine, has been really great. And I haven't had much chance to use it in Grand Arena, but it's been really reliable. Oh, I did get to use it actually, and it has made the counters a lot more reliable, a lot better banners. Everyone has full health, so it's a good investment, I would say. So if you have your Cal somewhere else, or if you don't want to invest all those Zetas in Cal yet, Barriss is a really cheap option. Even at Relic 3 and Ben at Relic 3, it's been absolutely wonderful. So I highly recommend, if you have Ray and you have Ben, that's a good thing to do. All right, so last month, my Inquisitors, I had a 3-star gear 11 5th brother. I had a, I think it was like 8th or something, 8th or 9th, that had gear, low gear as well, like 10 or 11. So I ended up taking 7th and 2nd sister to Relics too. So with 7th, 2nd, Anakin, Barriss, and Grievous, that's the 5 relics I did this month. So not bad, and that's why I felt like before I totally forgot about these 3 and I was like, oh, my main farm is the Inquisitors and I only relic 2 of them. What did I do this month? And I felt like I didn't have much progress, but I relicked 5 relics this month, so good progress. I also put the Zeta on 7th sister. I'm pretty close to another Zeta. I think I'm gonna save them for 3rd sister. And this month I'm hoping to have unlocked Grand Inquisitor, because I just have to relic up these 3, and then I'm gonna relic up next month. I'm hoping by the end of my next account overview, I'll have Riva, I'll have Grand Inquisitor, I'll have the Scythe, and then I'll have all relic Inquisitors. I don't know if I'm gonna have Grand Inquisitor relic up by then, because I do have a good amount of Chirotech saved up, but like, so I have 388, so I think I need 100 here and then 300 of these for Riva. So I'm pretty close on what I need to relic up Riva. And then on the shock prods, I have 630, so I have enough, I believe, to 460. I think I need 600, 100 here, 100 here, and then 400 for Riva. So I think I'm pretty close on what I need for Chirotech, or for taking these 3 to relics and then taking Riva to relics. I also have all the gear for Riva except for these med packs. These med packs are a menace. So if you see, I actually have all the right side farmed all these right side pieces farmed, which I just farmed this node right here for these fusion furnaces. That's the only thing I spend my fleet currency on. And then the pieces that I'm missing are just these left side pieces are really slowing me down. Which, to be fair, I'm doing 5 relics in a month, so I'm on pace. It's just the Mark II currencies for raid is so good that I've just farmed the entirety of the right side pieces for all 3 of these characters and Riva and a Grand Inquisitor. So my Mark II, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I may start using those Mark II to start farming for higher relics for my next farm, which is the Profundity. So I do have to take all these to, not all these, but I am going to take a team of Inquisitors to R7. So 5th brother, 7th sister, 8th brother, Grand Inquisitor, and Riva. I'm going to take them all to R7. I do have all the R7 material. I have everything I need to do that. But I'm still farming the signal data. I have enough signal data to take one or two to R5. So that I don't expect to have my R7s done by next month. Maybe the month after I'll be done with that, and then I'll be starting the Profundity farm by then. But I'm thinking I should start farming for my Profundity farm for next month, and just start working ahead on that one, which will be with my, let's go to the scavenger here. So if I can do that, so I have decent amount of stuff here, 573. I'll probably have to farm some more of these heat sinks. I do have 525 Mark IIIs. I haven't been really farming them, so it's kind of like sputtered out there. Usually I have a lot more. I have 573 conductors, 136 Zimbital cards. But I'm thinking about farming the Gira pads and the impulse detectors, because I'll need, I think, 60 impulse detectors and 20 keypads, which I could easily do with these, because I just farmed these. So I have more than enough here. If I need to start crunching these up to create these Gira pads, that's totally fine. Yeah, it'll only take 200 of these, not a big deal. But these impulse detectors, I'm gonna start farming some of these to get 60 of these while I'm doing my Inquisitor farms, just because I have all the right side. I could accelerate those med packs, but instead I think I'm just going to use my Mark II, start getting these impulse detectors, and start getting ready for the Profundity and play the long game on that one. Other than that, my farming path hasn't really changed. So I'm going for Inquisitors. I'll have Riva, Grand Inquisitor, hopefully by next month. I'll have all these relics. I'll be on the path to getting them all to R7. The biggest thing that's holding me back for that is just signal data. I do my 100 refreshes every day. It's still a huge bottleneck for me. And then Bane. So I should have Bane by next month. So I'm pretty excited for that. He's performed really, really well. I've decided I'm just going to take him to R7. So once I have my Inquisitors done, I am going to take a break. I'm not going to jump straight into the Profundity. I would have loved all that Chirotech to just shove into the Radis, and then all these don't really require Chirotech, and that would make my Profundity farm really fast. But I feel like Bane is absolutely worth the pit stop instead of just going straight for Profundity. So I'm hoping by next month, once I unlock Bane, I don't think I'm gonna have the Zetas available. So I may even just kind of wait on Bane, because my Inquisitors will take all my Zetas, because I think I need a Zeta on 8th brother, 5th brother, and then I don't know how many are on Riva and Grand Inquisitor. I imagine I'll need somewhere between like 5 and 6. I do have the Omicrons available for Riva, so I have 5 Omicrons saved. So I can shove a few on Darth Bane. I can split those. I should have 6 by then. So if I have to go 3 and 3 with Bane and Riva, I can do that. But I'm going to have to just plan that as best as I can, and just like everyone else, I'm on a Zeta crunch, so I'm trying to only place essential Zetas. So I'll look at it and see what I can do here. And then another thing that I'm excited about is I now have every single assault battle at least challenge tier 1 now that I have these Inquisitors. Once I have Riva, I'll be able to do all challenge tiers to R3 except for the Night Sisters one, because my Night Sisters are still really weak. Maybe once I farm Marin and then take her up to Relics, I'll see. I'll probably try to like low gear it as best as I can so I can get all of them to challenge tier 3, and that would be really great. So maybe I'll make a video on that once I do it. But that's my farming path right now. I'm gonna go Inquisitors, quick pit stop for Darth Bane, get Profundity. What that's going to do is it's going to get me the last of my ships. So this will be the Scythe. I already have a Relic TIE Interceptor prototype, and then Profundity will be the last fleet I need, and I'll have every ship at that point. So that'll be great for me. After that, I'm gonna go for JMK Cat. The reason I'm gonna go for JMK Cat is the new raid is coming, and Galactic Republic is gonna be an essential like team for that. My Galactic Republic is really weak, like really weak. I just haven't really put much effort into it. So I'm hoping that, and then also my Jedi, I just don't have a lot of Jedi to go around. As you can see, like Barriss goes, like Anakin goes with Qui-Gon, and he takes a lot of these. So pretty much I don't, if I wanted to split up my Jedi Knight Revan, JML, Jedi Knight Luke, it's really bare bones because I just don't have the team. So I'll probably go like Anakin, Ahsoka Tano, General Kenobi, Mace, Qui-Gon or something. So these 5. I should look at like Keller and Beck here. Maybe I'll do it right now, live. Not really live. So I think now that I have a Qui-Gon team, I'll go ahead and just like put some investment into this dude. So let's do that right now. Why not? Upgrade his tiers a little bit, take him up to, I don't know, maybe gear 8 or something. He doesn't have to be anything special for the Qui-Gon team. I don't have, like, all this gear is like pretty non-essential, it doesn't matter. Just making sure they don't sneak like a Kyrotech or something in here really low. That would hit me in the feels. So I'll just like take him up to like where he doesn't need a Kyrotech or anything crazy for gear wise. And then I'll just place him on my team. So I do think getting him upgraded, I'm not going to put any Zetas or Omicrons or anything crazy on him. But you know, we'll see. Let's see how far we can take this guy. Okay, yeah, I'll take him. Gear 9. I'm pretty sure we're gonna hit a Kyrotech here pretty shortly. No, huh? Crazy. Okay, yeah, Kyrotech here. He took something of mine that requires a lot. Oh, okay, yeah, these stun cuffs. But this is where we have the Kyrotech anyways. So this is where I would leave him. Gear 10, not bad, right? Absolutely not bad. So let's go ahead and upgrade this guy. I'm not going to. I'll put his Omegas on. I'm definitely not going to put any. Yeah. So I'm definitely not going to put any Zetas on him, but he's still a good character. He'll go in my Qui-Gon team. So now that I have a Qui-Gon team, it's worth taking this guy up. I don't know how to mod him. I know he needs protection, like a lot of protection. I don't think his I don't think his his kit is like gonna be too crazy at low gear. But yeah, plus 50. So the lead, do I need it? Let's see. I'll still upgrade it. It seems pretty cheap. So if you're wondering how I have so many of these purple, it's just the cool. Yeah, the territory war ones. I'm not gonna equip that. I need these. I'm sure it'd be good, but even at low gear, I'm sure it's like worth. But I just can't do it right now. I cannot. I cannot do it. I need to put all my investment into, yeah, so I'm sure that's great. All right, let's go on swgoh.gg and see how to mod this guy. All right, so the best mods for him is health, 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 and all protection, all protection. So that's what we'll do. We'll see if I have those just laying around. Health, only assigned mods, skill protection percent, primaries. All right, so 10 speed, 8 speed, 8 speed. I don't know, I guess that's the best one that I have. So I'll take this one. I don't have 12. Right, that's a 12 speed. Let's see if I have any like defensive sets, I guess, with protection primary. No. Let's see any. Maybe speed? A speed set on them with protection primaries. Let's see if I can steal from anyone. Not a lot here. Not a lot of options. Not a lot of options at all. Sometimes you have to make the hard choices. Okay, do I have a speed set on someone I can steal? Maybe Gam Guards? Yeah, I'll just do Gam Guards. Mods. I'll like shove whatever on them. Doesn't matter. Go back to unassigned mods. So he's not like too important to me. I just need something on him. Yeah, sure. Alright, so not the best mods. Kind of slow. Okay protection, 45k for, you know, gear 10. So yeah. So that's Caloran Beck, right? So now I have a Caloran Beck for my Grand Arena. The other things I did do this month was I got my Rogue One up to gear 12. Just like side farms, and that's why I say farming is like an onion. So you can take gear 12 characters that don't require Kyrotech and gear them up the same way that I geared up Caloran Beck. So that's what I do when because Inquisitors, I just need, and then the Profundity, I just need Kyrotech. So Radis, I think he's just waiting on Kyrotech, and I'm not willing to take him higher because he has Kyrotech here. So there's no reason for me to hold on to all that gear, all that raid currency. So I spend it to take all my gear 12. Some good side farms that are probably good is like Galactic Republic once we find out what they are. My Imperial Troopers, I need to start getting these guys up to gear 12 with the Aiden team. And Aiden is now at Relic 5 because I took her relics up there as well. So before she was Relic 1, now she's 5. So like I need to start getting her Aiden Troopers up and running. And because I did take this month I did, or maybe it was last month, but I did take let's see where it is, my Grievous team. I took this team up to gear 12 with B1, B2, IG. I kept Newt where he is just because Stop will eventually replace him. I'll get Newt up once I need him for the Galactic Legend. But I just use BB-8 here usually anyways on defense, so that maybe it'll take out, like, be a Wampa Trap or something. It's still really low gear, so probably not, but it's always a chance. So that's pretty much what I did this month. So we'll see next month what happens. I did boost a little bit of my GP with that Keller and Beck, but I'm hoping my goals for next month, finish Riva, start working on Grand Inquisitor, unlock the Scythe, get that Leviathan counter up and running, so I'm really excited about that, and then start working on Profundity. I'll see where I am with Kyrotech, whether or not I want to go all in on Bane right away, or if I don't have the Zetas available, maybe I'll just go into the Profundity. I'm going to start using my Mark II to start building the salvage pieces and the relic pieces that I need to start getting my Profundity Radis up to R9, so that can be a smoother farm now that I'm working on it like a month or two ahead. And that'll be my plan. Once I finish with Bane, Profundity, Inquisitors, which should be relatively fast, believe it or not, for my account, I'm going to start going into JMK because that will round out my Jedi. He's an excellent farm. At this point, I have all the assault battles. I have all the GLs I need. I'll have all the big fleets. I'll have Inquisitors. I'll probably fit in Cal Kestis sometime soon, maybe before JMK, because my guild's doing a Zepho push. So I'm going to start shard farming for that as well. I will say that I am running out of things to farm here. If you look at my accelerated farms, I'm just running out. So I finished most of the Bad Batch. I just have Echo left. I'm starting to farm BT1 and Trip 0. And then after that, I'm just like, all these things are just like not a priority for me. Like Vandor maybe, but I'm waiting for his other Tarful to be accelerated so that I can farm them at the same time because they're on the same node. But pretty much once these start becoming accelerated, like Seer, I'm gonna put her in there. Jedi Knight Cal, Baby Cal is already accelerated, and that's an 8 node, 8 energy node, so that's a really quick farm. So I am going to start working on some light side or the UFUs here pretty soon, so that my guild can start getting access to Zepho. So that is like, it's on the picture, it's on the plan. I don't know where I'm going to put that in here, but it all depends on like how fast this goes, and I could easily see JMK getting bumped down a little bit for me to fit UFUs in here. I don't know if I'm gonna farm the whole one with like Terran Malicos and Ahsoka, because I do have them unlocked. I could get them up to relics, but with Bane and Riva, that's gonna take all my Omicrons, so I may not fit them in here, but I'm pretty sure I need to start getting Jedi Cal Kestis and Seer for just for the Zepho. So maybe after JMK, and that'll give me some time to like build up my Omicrons, but it depends on how close my guild is. And if we are close to hitting that 30 mark, and everyone's doing like a push for it, I'll absolutely fit it in here after the Profundity. I'll put in Cal, and I'll get Jedi Knight Cal Kestis to 7 stars and Seer Junda to 7 stars, and that'll give me access to the Zepho, and that'll give us a lot of Kyrotech, which is, again, is like resources, so that would be absolutely worth bumping down JMK and Cat. But having JMK and Cat for me would be excellent, because then I could actually like have a viable defense. So I can throw these down, and then on defense with probably Ray, and then that would be a really strong defense for me. And then I can take everything else on offense, and then still go with a strong ships defense with my Leviathan and Executor on defense, and then I could take my Profundity on offense. So I'm pretty excited at where my account's gonna go. I think in like another 4 or 5, 6 months, I am gonna be pretty solidified in probably Kyber 2. Because right now I'm in like Kyber 3, Kyber 2, and I push in there, but then like tiny mistakes push me down. But I think once I have this farm and this farm done with Bane, I think I'm gonna be solidly and just like start climbing up into Kyber 2, because the bottom of Kyber 2 and the top of Kyber 2 are worlds difference. The accounts are the same, but because they're all massive accounts, but the people playing them are just like way different in their skill level. So we'll see how it goes. All right, everyone, that's my account overview. A little longer this month just because there's a lot of planning that's going in, and that's how I kind of like plan this out. I don't do things kind of like willy-nilly. I try to really plan my farms. I try to make them logical. I try to make them make sense. I try to farm my shards beforehand so that it's quick farms, and I'm just like bam, 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 running through them, and I'm just like Kyrotech signal data is my bottleneck, where it's not shards, and as long as you're not using shards as your bottleneck, then it's pretty quick on how you farm things. So thanks for watching. If you like this content, like and subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord, and it's a great environment. It's growing. It's getting pretty huge actually. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and join that, and I'll see you next time. Take care.